What's up guys? If you're looking for airport lounge access, comparing different credit cards, or just wondering if it's worth it, then this video is for you. As someone who's visited the airport lounge many times this year, I'll be showing you the best and cheapest ways to get airport lounge access in 2023 and going into 2024. If you're new here, welcome. My name's Ethan and let's get started. Airport lounges can really improve your time at the airport. First is that you can save a lot of money on expensive airport food. Have you ever noticed that airport food seems to cost way more than usual? Well, in a good airport lounge, you can get free snacks and most of the time, a full meal. Plus, you usually get better Wi-Fi, comfy chairs, and a nice place to hang out or get some work done while you wait for your flight. And that means instead of having to arrive to the airport 2 hours early, only to waste a bunch of time waiting at the gate squished between strangers, you can use that time to eat a meal at the airport and either relax or get some work done. And some lounges even have showers that you can use. But getting airport lounge access is not cheap for most people unless you know what you're doing. And there are two main ways of getting airport lounge access. The first way is by flying business or first class, which is pretty self-explanatory. The fancier your ticket, the more likely you'll have better airport lounge access. The second way is through an airport lounge network, and the big one we're going to be talking about today is Priority Pass. Priority Pass has over 1,400 lounges all across the world. You can get access to these lounges directly through Priority Pass, and it'll cost you anywhere from $99 to $470 depending on how often you want to use it. And with the lowest plan, you still have to pay $35 every time you use it. But you can also get airport lounge access by simply having a travel credit card. These cards usually provide you with better access at a lower cost, and travel cards come with other great perks too. For example, one of the credit cards we'll be talking about in this video has a $95 annual fee, but it gets you the same access as the $329 plan that you'd buy directly from the Priority Pass website. Plus, the card comes with a bunch of other benefits that will give you free hotel nights and more. So with that, let's go over the list of the best credit cards to get airport lounge access in 2023 and going into 2024. First up is a card that gets a lot of attention, and it's probably going to get you the most airport lounge access of any card on this list, and that is the American Express Platinum Card. The American Express Platinum Card gets you a ton of airport lounge access. You'll get access to Centurion Lounge, Delta Sky Club, Priority Pass Select, Escape Lounges, Plaza Premium, and select Lufthansa lounges. Centurion lounges are definitely some of the nicer lounges out there, but they have had problems recently with the lounges being overcrowded. Amex has made some changes to try and alleviate this by requiring people to pay for any guests that they bring into the lounge. So unfortunately, with the Amex Platinum, you will not get any guests for free into the lounge. Guests cost $50 each, but if you spend $75,000 a year on the card, then you can get guests for free. In order to get into the Centurion Lounge with the Platinum Card, you need to arrive within 3 hours of a departing flight. In order to get access to a Delta Sky Club using the Platinum, you need to arrive within 3 hours of a Delta flight. And that can be departing or arriving flights. If you do want to bring guests into the Delta Sky Club Lounge, then you will need to pay $50 per guest. For the Priority Pass Select membership, you're going to get free access to any Priority Pass lounge, and you will also get up to 2 free guests. Escape lounges will also give you 2 free guests. Plaza Premium lounges will give you 1 free guest, and Lufthansa lounges will give you no guests. So all of that lounge access is great, but it does come at a cost of a $695 annual fee. The Platinum does come with a ton of other credits that could potentially offset that annual fee for a lot of people, like a $200 Fine Hotel and Resorts credit, $240 digital entertainment credit, $200 Uber credit, $200 airline incidental credit, a $155 Walmart Plus membership, as well as Equinox, Clear, Global Entry, and Saks credit. The Platinum also has a pretty decent earning rate on flights and hotels. So if you can take advantage of those credits to offset the annual fee, then this could be a fantastic card for airport lounge access. The Platinum comes with so much airport lounge access that it could be good for a variety of people, but I think the card fits best for business travelers, high-end travelers, and anyone else who can take advantage of the credits. Next up is a card with a much more palatable annual fee, and it's probably going to be best for beginner travelers and people who don't travel a lot. And that is the Hilton Honors Business Card. Now, although I think this card has the best value airport lounge access compared to the annual fee, there are 2 caveats that I want to give with this card. First is that Amex has made some really big changes to the Hilton credit cards, and I don't know if they're going to end up changing this business card and removing the Priority Pass lounge benefit like they did with the personal version of this card. And the second caveat is that this is a business card, but a lot of people who think they can't get approved for business cards do actually end up being able to get approved for business cards, and it's really not as complicated as you think. As long as you have some form of income outside of a 9-to-5 job, or even are planning on starting some sort of side venture like a blog or YouTube channel or podcast, then you can usually get approved for a business card. But with those 2 caveats in mind, the Hilton Honors Business Card is currently a fantastic credit card for airport lounge access. You're going to get 10 Priority Pass lounge visits each year for holding this card. Guests are not included, but you can apply some of your 10 visits towards guests. So for instance, if you wanted to visit a lounge with a friend, you could apply 2 of your 10 lounge visits to get into the Priority Pass lounge. If you were to buy this lounge access directly from the Priority Pass website, it would cost you over $300, but the card comes with just a $95 annual fee. And there's a ton of other valuable features on this card. For instance, you're going to get Hilton Gold status, which comes with room upgrades and a daily food and beverage credit. And the welcome bonus on this card is 130,000 Hilton points after spending $2,000 in the first 3 months. And that's probably worth about $650 for stays at Hilton. The Hilton Honors business card also earns a lot of points for stays at Hilton. And if you spend $15,000 a year on this card, you're going to get a very valuable free night certificate towards Hilton, which could be worth over $1,000 in value in some high-end luxury properties. So currently, this is a really fantastic way to get airport lounge access, possibly the best way if 10 lounge visits is enough for you in a year. But hopefully Amex doesn't change this like they did with the Hilton Surpass, which is the personal version of this card. And I really hope they don't, because this card hits a very nice sweet spot between great airport lounge access and a really reasonable annual fee. All right, moving on to our next credit card, we have my personal favorite pick for airport lounge access, and that is the Capital One Venture X. The Capital One Venture X comes with some of the best Priority Pass lounge access that you can get. You're going to get unlimited access to Priority Pass for you and an unlimited number of guests. And if you add authorized users to the Venture X, which doesn't cost anything, they will also get unlimited access for them and an unlimited number of guests. So if you're traveling with family or a large group of people, the Venture X can be a really fantastic card that can get you all into the airport lounge. Now, originally the Venture X did get you into Priority Pass restaurants, which is a feature on some other cards that we'll mention later, but unfortunately you can no longer get access to Priority Pass restaurants with the Venture X. However, Priority Pass lounge access isn't the only access you get. You can also get into Plaza Premium lounges with up to 2 guests for free. Now, Plaza Premium lounges do not have a large footprint like they used to in the US, but internationally there are quite a few good Plaza Premium lounges out there. And lastly, you'll also get access to Capital One lounges. Now, there really aren't a lot of Capital One lounges, and a couple are even under construction right now. But from what I've heard, all of the Capital One lounges that people have visited are very, very nice. And the Venture X will get you and up to 2 guests lounge access for free. But airport lounge access isn't the only thing that's great about the Venture X. It's actually a great card on its own, and the credits are so good that it can potentially pay for the annual fee. The welcome bonus is 75,000 Capital One miles after spending $4,000 in the first 3 months. Through the Venture X, you're allowed to transfer those Capital One miles to hotel and airline partners, and if you were to do that, you can probably get around $1,350 in value. You also get 10,000 anniversary miles, a $300 travel credit that you do need to use through the Capital One travel portal, as well as a $100 global entry or TSA pre-check credit, which is a great way to get through airport lines quickly. You're also going to get Hertz President Circle status, which allows you to skip the car rental line and get some nicer high-end car rentals. So between the $300 travel credit and the 10,000 anniversary miles, I would value that at least $400 in value. Plus you get the 75,000 Capital One miles for the welcome bonus and the $100 global entry or TSA pre-check credit. So the only downside to the Capital One Venture X is the $395 annual fee. That means you essentially have an effective annual fee of minus $5 because you're paying $395 to get $400 in value. Plus the other awesome perks I mentioned and the fantastic airport lounge access. For that reason, this card is perfect for families who want airport lounge access or other people who travel with larger groups. And it's great for anyone who wants a top tier travel credit card with great airport lounge access for a low effective annual fee. All right, next up we have another premium travel credit card, and that is the Chase Sapphire Reserve. The Chase Sapphire Reserve is going to get you unlimited Priority Pass lounge access for you and up to 2 guests for free. But one special benefit to the Priority Pass lounge access that comes with the Reserve is that you're also going to get access to Priority Pass restaurants. If you're based out of an airport that has a Priority Pass restaurant, then you're going to get $28 credit for you at the restaurant, as well as $28 for an additional guest. So this can be fantastic if you're based at one of the airports that have Priority Pass restaurant. Unfortunately, that's not a whole lot of airports across the US, but if you are at one of those airports that have Priority Pass restaurants, then I would say this card should be a strong contender for you you to consider. You're also going to get access to Chase Sapphire Lounge. I've heard Sapphire lounges are some of the nicest lounges out there, but similar to the Capital One lounges, there aren't a whole lot of locations right now. But it is nice to see Chase making a strong effort to increase the footprint of their lounges, and I would guess in the coming years we'll see more and more Chase Sapphire lounges. So the Chase Sapphire Reserve comes with a pretty hefty annual fee of $550, but it does come with a bunch of other valuable perks that will probably offset that annual fee for a lot of people. First up is that it has a 60,000 point welcome bonus after you spend $4,000 in the first 3 months. Those Chase points can be quite valuable, especially if you transfer them to travel partners, and if you do that, I would value that at around $1,200 in value. The card also comes with a $300 travel credit, and this is probably the best travel credit on any credit card because of how flexible it is. Travel is very broadly interpreted by Chase, so it could apply to flights, hotels, or even commuting like gas or Ubers, and even parking. The card also earns 3x points on travel, which is pretty nice since that category is also very flexible, but there are definitely other cards that earn more for flights and hotels out there. But with the Chase Sapphire Reserve, you're also going to get some of the best travel protections that come with a credit card, with some of the features like collision damage waiver for car rentals being even better than the more expensive American Express Platinum card. So who would this card be good for? I would say it's probably ideal for anybody who can take advantage of Priority Pass restaurants and anybody who wants to be a part of the Chase ecosystem, which is a very valuable points ecosystem. All right, last up on our list is a very special card that has some of the best airport lounge access that you can get, and it's not publicly available. But there's a special way to get it, which I'll show you. And if you want probably the best Priority Pass lounge access out there, then this card will definitely be for you. And that is the Chase Ritz Carlton Card. So with the Chase Ritz Carlton Card, you're going to get unlimited Priority Pass lounge access for you and an unlimited number of guests. Authorized users for this card will not cost anything, and they will also get unlimited Priority Pass access for them and an unlimited number of guests. And this also includes Priority Pass restaurants. So there's definitely not any better Priority Pass lounge access on any credit card out there. And this card comes in at just a $450 annual fee. So compared to the Chase Sapphire Reserve, this has a lower annual fee. It allows you to bring unlimited guests rather than being limited to 2 guests, and it still comes with the Priority Pass restaurant benefit. The card has a bunch of other great benefits that come with it, such as Marriott Gold status, which will get you a late checkout and room upgrades. It comes with a whopping 85,000 point free night certificate every year for Marriott properties, which could pretty easily save you $500 at a high-end luxury hotel. It also comes with $300 airline incidental credit, $100 off paid stays of 2 nights or more at Ritz Carlton, a $100 global entry or TSA pre-check credit, which is great for getting through airport lines quickly. And it also comes with similar great protections that the Sapphire Reserve does. So all of these credits, as well as the amazing Priority Pass lounge access, makes this a pretty compelling card, especially compared to the Chase Sapphire Reserve. But the big trick is this is not a publicly available card, and you're going to need to be able to product change into this credit card. And that means you'll need to have held a similar Chase Marriott card for at least 1 year in order to product change into the Chase Ritz Carlton card. So this definitely is a long-term strategy to get into this card, but the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless is a pretty decent card on its own, and it might be worth holding for a year just to know you can upgrade it if you want to into the Chase Ritz Carlton card. And if you change your mind and don't want the Ritz Carlton card, the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless is a pretty great card that can pay for its annual fee every year pretty easily. If you'd like to learn more about the Marriott Bonvoy Boundless, I did an in-depth review on the card, and you can check out that video on my channel. So those are the best credit cards to get you airport lounge access in 2023 and 2024. I really hope this was helpful, guys. If you have any questions, comment below, and thanks for watching.